So I'm just comparing ChatGPT with Gemini with Grok 3 and seeing who's doing better. These are all on ChatGPT, it's called reasoning mode, on Grok, it's called think mode, and on Gemini, it's the 2.0 flash thinking version, which basically the prompt you give, it takes a little while. Grok took, I think, close to 6 minutes to do it. ChatGPT took a few minutes as well. So yeah, let's just see. I'll explain the problem statement first. So I've been building this app for the past few hours, and I've got stuck with some logic, and my head hurts. So I don't want to figure that logic out. But basically, what's happening is there's this random instance where next screen is coming as undefined, and I'm not sure why, and I don't want to get into it. So I thought, let one of these reasoning models figure it out, right? So I started by basically pasting this entire code, which is 682 lines, into the three models, but Grok was the only one who could actually take that size. So you can see I've sent the entire code, like all my CSS, a whole bunch of SVGs, all of that. I've just pasted it into Grok. That may have been why it took that long as well. It took 68 seconds before it came up with the result. So, and Gemini and GPT did not allow me to paste it. So what I did is I minimized I basically didn't put any style information, and I just commented out all the SVGs in my HTML code. So that's what I sent to Gemini and to ChatGPT. But otherwise, all of them have the same prompt, right? It just shows the issue that every third round, I get this value as undefined, and I say just go ahead and fix it. I want only the code between the tags. So ChatGPT took 41 seconds. Gemini took, and you can see all the thinking. It's done as well. Doesn't tell me how long it took, but yeah, I think this also took a while. But yeah, let's see who won, right? So I think ChatGPT has taken the liberty to create a dummy data set, but I have my own data set which I want to use to test it. So that's what I'm going to use. So let's copy their code one by one and see what works best, right? So I want to start from here all the way up to right before the data. And we're going to paste it here and see what gives. And then I will also paste my JSON here. Okay, so it's looking all right. Cool. So this is from ChatGPT, right? Let's see how it works. Cool. So basically, I have a couple of the ideas that I have to go through these 6 checklists. And it should be what should happen is it should flow from 1 to 2 to 3 automatically, and it should stop there. Similarly, if I'm into media, it should go 1, 2, 3 and stop there, and take me home instead of taking me back. So if I go into 1, the back button is shown. Once I complete this, it should say next. I'm in number 2. It should say next, and then after number 3, it's still saying next. It should say home, but also this is not the sound checklist. This is media. It is sound checklist 1, sound checklist 2, sound checklist. So it's mic check, mixer check, mixer check 3, but it seems to have jumped to screen check. So I think I can say right off the bat that the ChatGPT solution is not working. We're on mic check, mixer check, so we're on number 2, and then it jumps to screen check. It goes 1, 2, and it jumps to 4. Okay. Then it's going to 5, and then it goes to 6. So, and now it's showing home. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, skip, I mean 1 2 3 home, and then again 1 2 3 home. It's doing 1 2 4 5 6 home, which is not at all the result we're looking at. So I don't know if I'm even interested in figuring out where they went wrong, uh, but I want to check what Gemini has to offer. Okay, they've given us their own sample set separately, so I'm going to ignore that and use my own. I want the same playing field for all of them. Cool. So we got the Gemini code in. Let's just format that. Okay, cool. Let's test and see if it works. So we're going to sound checklist 1 2 3. 1 is fine. Move to 2. Move to 3. So it's showing 3 and it's showing home. Perfect. It's not taking me straight into 4. That's good. Let's try the same for media. 1 2 3. Perfect. Gemini has actually done a better job than OpenAI for this particular problem. That's awesome. Let's just go through the diff and see what Gemini has done to my code. So update back button they've removed completely. They've done some filter here. Use calculated. They've just added a comment. Okay, just added a comment, just added comments. So what have they done? Okay, this is the main logic that they've changed then. Oh, they're not sending the next checklist key over here. Rather, they are calculating it. Okay, that's interesting. So they're calculating it within this function instead of having it pass. What I was doing is I was passing it, and you doing this to update. Instead of that, they're doing that here instead of passing the value. Let's just go back and see what ChatGPT did. I know you're curious to see how Grok did, but just hold on for a second. I'm more curious as to what ChatGPT tried to change. Okay, that's a lot of diff. Okay, so it's cleaner because they've done const let. They've done a little more of a code cleanup here. Put semicolons wherever I haven't. All of that stuff, which is cute, but the logic didn't work. So what have they done? Okay, they've changed my variable names. Again, no core logic seems to have been changed here. They're just updating variable names and comments and semicolons. What is the logic? Const. Okay, so here they're adding a new param, checklist key. Okay, so what Google did was removed one of the params that I was passing into this function, I think, but they have no, that's a different function. Okay, but Google tried to solve it by removing one of the params, and that's being passed and calculating it on the fly, whereas ChatGPT is adding a param to a different function. And yeah, I think there's a good amount of logic change over here. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but it didn't work. Cool. Time to try Grok. Okay, this is my prompt. Cool. So he's okay, we start here. Okay, we're gonna have to remove. They've stuffed the sample data set inside code, so we'll have to remove that. Start. All right. Let's see what happens. What do you think will happen? What? Nothing's happening. Did I do something wrong? I'm using the same data as earlier. What did this guy do? Okay, he's added let and removed some comments. Let back button goes to equals. Okay, I'm doing this here. He's just defined it outside. Oh, could this have been the issue? Where I haven't defined that variable. I haven't declared the variable. I mean, interesting. Some safety check. I don't know if the core problem here has been looked into by Grok. I think they're just cleaning up a bunch of stuff. This seems like nicer code. But yeah, I don't think Grok has fully understood the problem statement, because I mean it's not even working. Nothing's happening. Cool. Anyway, I guess Gemini wins. Good job. 2.0 Flash Thinking Experimental. And this is not even advanced, this is the free version. I wish I could tell you how long it took to do this. That would have been helpful to know as part of the comparison. But yeah, overall, I think great job. Kudos to Gemini.